How's it going, guys? Welcome back. It's Keith. I just wanted to jump in on Chris from CD Scale Models. His question on how did you get into car modelling or modelling in general? Well, it's not much really to it. I always loved cars through my family, and like my granddad and my dad loved cars, and then, as you know, it gets passed down through generations of car lovers to the next breed, as you know, to come up. And I happen to be basically the last person, I think, in the family now at the moment that loves cars. My daughter loves cars, but she hasn't, you know what I mean? She likes cars as in like nice looking cars, bright coloured cars, all that. She doesn't know much about cars. She likes cars, but she doesn't do modelling yet. I am gonna get her into it. The boy doesn't want that to do with modelling at all. He's more into computers, and he lives with his granny ever since his grandfather passed of COVID this year of February. So yeah, so he's just does his computers and does his stuff. But back to me, it wasn't really much that like modelling that got me into modelling, if you get what I'm saying. Like, there wasn't much modelling being done. There was pictures of lovely cars up on the wall. There was cars my granddad owned and that he liked. There was cars that my dad loved and that he liked. And then there was cars that I loved and that I liked, you know. And as we were all like growing up as well, we had most of the cars that we liked. Some we had, some we hadn't. Some we could afford, some you can't. As you know yourself, I'm sure everybody would love to be able to afford a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Me, preferably, I'd prefer the GTR. A Nissan GTR, yeah. There's supposed to be a rendering of a R36 coming out, which is a newer version, obviously, as you know, of the R35. Milky, get up on the chair there while I'm talking. Get up, because your nails are like high heels on the ground. Yeah. Milky, get back up on the chair. Get up there. Sorry, lads. But I got into modelling anyway because I had cars and I just loved cars growing up. I had all the JDM cars. I had a few, not all. I've had a lot of JDM cars myself that I owned it. My granddad and my dad owned a lot of Fords. My granddad loved muscle cars. He always had pictures of muscle cars, and I remember when I was a child having to send my granddad, but not having to, but I always loved to send my granddad's and he, when I was a kid, and watch on the weekends the racing. He used to put the racing on the TV when we visit my grannies and granddads. So I'd sit on my granddad's knee and I'd be watching the car racing on the telly with him, and yeah, I was only a child. It was all good times back then, you know, when they were still alive. But as I got older, then just before COVID hit, it was really I says I hadn't got the money for cars that I wanted anymore, and I got rid of me cars that I had, and I just wasn't really interested, to be honest, like, as in buying cars, real cars, I mean, and going out and driving, and they just cost too much when you have family to look after as well, especially, like, if you wanted a car that you know is worth a lot of money. You have to spend money to keep a car going on the road. To be honest, over here they look for money for road tax, obviously. Right, you start off with buying the car, then you have to legalise the car to be driven on the road, as in road tax, insurance. If the car is anything more than 5 years old, you have to pay for this NCT thing now. It's NCT test. Half of the cars in America would never pass the laws over here in Ireland to drive on the road. I'm on about young flits in the US that have cars like they wouldn't, not from, I don't mean from like upgrade to, you can do anything to your car over here, you can upgrade and you want to it. As long as you have the money and the car is legal, you can do what you want to it over here. Meaning, what I meant was, cars in America that wouldn't be legalised over here to be on the road was would be got to do with rust. Now I've seen young lads from the USA on YouTube that have channels that drive cars they're hanging on by the hinges. The doors are hanging on by the hinges. They wouldn't allow that over here, not a hope. The rules are too strict in this country for road and for cars. Like I said, this country, and I've said it many a times, this country is not a car culture country. It's not like the US, and it's not like Japan. All them places all have old cars, and like you can drive them in, if they're in great looking condition, or if they're in bad state, you can drive them as long as you have the legal documents to drive them. Over here, you can't. They'll take them off you, they'll send them to the crusher. There's none of this get it fixed, or no, get this fixed or get that fixed. If you're driving a car that's, as they say over here, is defective, then it's crushed. So England have started to do it as well the past while now, a few years now. But I'm getting off topic here. That's why I started buying rail cars. So I decided to get into the hobby because I loved cars so much, and because I couldn't afford to go and buy cars that I really loved, meaning the exotics and the top of the range race cars and all that type of stuff. I decided one day that I was gonna I went online, googled the hobby shops. I remembered when I was younger that there was I was given a kit. It was actually of a helicopter. Yeah, I was given a kit for Christmas one year, but I remember trying to build it. I couldn't even build it. I got help by my uncle who got it for me. He built it with me. It came battery operated. It was a model that you built that came battery operated, meaning the propeller spun and lights flashed. You got this like a fishing line type thing that you stuck to the ceiling, and you knocked on the switch. The propeller, it wasn't spinning fast, like you could put your finger in the front of it because it wasn't dangerous. Like, the propeller would slowly rotate, and the light would flash on it. And yeah, you'd hang it in your bedroom and you'd knock off the lights and you'd push it, and it'd look like a helicopter flying around your room, but it'd be hanging on a string, if you get me. But it was a model. That was the first time I remember getting anything got to do with modelling. But yeah, I decided then one day that I was just gonna look up. I was bored. I was looking for something to do, to be honest, and because I loved cars so much, I just thought of people building model cars, and I had seen it on YouTube as well. So I says, I'll look up my local. Looked up. Took me a while actually to find my original local hobby store, because he's the only hobby store here in Ireland that I know of. Because he does everything. He has 3 stores in this country alone, all big stores, and he builds from and he sells from everything from die-cast miniatures to train sets to RCs to drones to model kits You name it, they do it. So when I did finally track down his shop, I realised it wasn't far from me. It was only across the road. So then, because it was in an industrial estate, it's a working industrial estate it's in. So the one that's closest to me, I mean. So I went on to the online part of it, and first car I seen was an MX-5. It was the cheapest. I wasn't a model enthusiast, which now I scream for everything. And I'm only 2.5 years or so into it, lads. I want everything now. I just love everything now. Just because of how realistic half of you guys can make them look. And yeah, I am learning still. I have still got a lot to learn. But thanks to a lot of you guys, I have found that my skills are getting a little bit better. You need the encouragement from the community to help you get through certain builds. But yeah, I bought the MX-5. It was the cheapest kit they had. It was €15. And then there was a €7 shipping fee. So I got to post it. A little did I know, it was only across the road. So I saved myself €2 petrol is all I would have having to use to go over and get it. And that's going over and coming back. But I ended up spending €7 for it to be delivered. But it got delivered the next day. I made it. I built it up. I didn't know you had to use proper glue. Like I thought super glue was the thing. Yeah, so it turned out as a big glue bomb, lads. Honestly, it was a disaster. I didn't know you had to sand it, to prime it, to paint it. I just painted. I didn't like the colour I painted, so I painted over that. I must have gave it 10 different colours and about 20 different layers of coat. You couldn't see the body lines anymore. You couldn't see nothing. I ruined it. So what I done was, we start buying kits and I start doing unboxings. If you go back to the very start of my channel, you'll see I start doing unboxings. Still to this day, I bought a lot of good kits, but I never got anything more than 10 views or whatever. Or some of them was only 3 views, and that was from when I started years ago. And they are good. They were very good kits, and still are to this day very good kits. Like the Nismo R32 GTR, the Nismo R34 GTR, the normal GTR 350. You'll see a couple that I got. I got more of them because my first ones that you see me unboxing, I was only learning, so I was glue bombing them. They were all going to bits. They weren't turning out as good. But then I clearly remember building the Subaru Impreza kit, the one that I just showed you the other day that I restocked on, where the EP3 Type R Civic and the paddy wagon, monogram paddy wagon with the little figures, the police paddy wagon. And yeah, I was subscribed to Sean, as you all know, from the model scale car guy channel. Sean, you need to shorten the words your channel, man. It's very hard to get off the top of my mind, off the top of my head, you know. But yeah, but Sean gave me a shout out because I was watching Sean all the time. Sean was very good. Still is, he's excellent. And I was watching Sean, yeah, and next of all, Sean gave me a shout out. And people started watching me and subscribing to me, so I was delighted. I had 8 subscribers or something, or 10 subscribers or something at the time. After Sean had shouted me out, I had 10 or something. Then he shouted me out again in a video, and that jumped from, I think it went close to nearly 80 or something, and then Jeff gave me a shout out, and then that brought me up over my first 100. So like after that, then a lot of you got to know me, you know, from model building and then stash ads, and I was still working at the time as a toiler, until I had me bad knee, like till I got me bad knee, a bad knee accident, like got fluids in my knee and I never got them drained, and ever since then I've no cartilage on the side of me bone, if you get me, so I blow out my knee a lot. So I can't kneel down for long, I can't kneel down. I had to give up my job. It happened while I was in work. Reason being, that's how I was able to buy all my 3D printers and all that you see me buy there just a couple of months ago, and a lot of kits and stuff, because I got a claim over that, over blowing my knee out. It wasn't much, but it was a few thousand that I needed, you know. So shared the wealth amongst the family, as you do with people that needed it, and bought people gifts, and as you do for friends and family. But yeah, I got to know all you guys then, and a lot of you had subscribed to me, and a few years Chris, who I'm making this video in response to, he had sent me a kit after a good friend as well of mine, Michael Hintz. Michael Hintz had sent me a kit because he heard me talk on a video about, I think I was talking to Mike actually, about my granddad's. It gets me emotional thinking about it, because it was one of his favourite cars. I was a kid, it reminds me a lot of him. The Superboard. And Mike actually just contacted me and says, I have something for you, send me your address, out of the kindness of his heart. And he sent me out a kit, and little did I know, what did he do? It turns out to be, it was the Superboard, which I was over the moon with. Still to this day I haven't built it, and for one reason I haven't built it is I want to build that because my skills, I don't believe, are as good as they could be. I'm okay. My bills are acceptable. I wouldn't class myself as being very good. I'd say I'm alright at building. And then Chris done the same thing. Chris had sent me a Mustang. I'll never forget that either. And that's Chris now, who's I'm making this video in reply to, sent me this Mustang, the GT 500 convertible. So it was the first time I even tried to wire an engine. I built it straight away. I was excited. I wanted to build it just because it was a muscle car, and I wanted to learn. I wanted to get my skills up to date. There's a Superboard there that I won in a giveaway from Monty Davis's channel. Thanks to Monty. Shout out to you as well, and shout out to Chris obviously, and Mike. Shout out to you, buddy. Your kit is actually away with me stashed. It's in the very back. But yeah, you guys got me into modelling. Sean gave me a shout out to Sean. Sean gave me a shout out. A lot of you came and checked out my channel and subscribed to me. Then Jeff done it as well, and few others gave me a shout out, and I appreciate every single one of you for doing so. So just to take a moment to thank you all for supporting me from day one. I know I'm not the best the channel to watch. I know I'm a bit confusing at times. I know I speak too fast. Yeah, but only because of you guys being so welcoming and just a bunch of nice, cool, awesome guys that, yeah, I've never met. And I know I haven't shown my face on camera. I'm actually a shy type of person, to be honest. But I am going to do it at some stage. I'm going to stick my ugly mug in front of the camera for you. I'll probably do it near around my next 500 subs. So, if you want to see what I look like, subscribe. Thanks, guys, for listening to me BS and homie. But yeah, really, thanks to all you guys, Sean, Mike, Chris, Jeff, Charlie Mack, David Chin. Lads, I'm not going to be able to get all these names in there because there's so many. Chris, Frankie Frizzo, Jared B, Paul from P. Beckett's channel, lads, if I sat here, you'd know yourself, if you sat there all day, you'd be there all day long naming people. Just everybody that is subscribed to me, and I'm subscribed to you, just know I appreciate every single comment and every single view and like that you give me. If you dislike, I hold no grudges, fair enough, do you know what I mean? If you don't like it, you don't like it. I can't force you to like something that you don't like, do you know what I mean? I am personally, before I watch a video, I put on a video on my phone, right? Because I do have Netflix on my TV while I'm watching TV, and when I get notifications on my phone, I pick up my phone and I respond on my phone. I comment on my phone and watch videos on my phone. Mainly, I don't watch them on my TV or my PC, my computer, and I watch them on my phones. And yeah, I end up replying to you on them, and then I make a lot of typo errors as well because of my chubby fingers hitting the touch screen on the keypad always interferes with messaging and commenting. So it makes me make a lot of typos, and I don't read over what I'm at the typing either, so that's another reason why they go out wrong. But just know, everybody, all the Jeffs, because there's a few you Jeff guys, there's 4 or 5 yous, Big Eddie, Shamey, also Big Charlie, I did say Charlie Mack already, Jethro, Ron Stewart, Brian from BG Models, Doc from Doc's Customs, James from Jim Model Garage, John Mopar, no 62, Jacome from Jorama Model Bow, Rick Zink, shout out to you, buddy. Sorry for everything you're going through right now, my friend. And I am in on the build, so I'm just waiting on the vet kit to come in. I have VWs in, I just have to get the vet kit in. Unless you could contact me and let me know if there's anything that you see me add to my stashes over the past while that you wouldn't mind me building, then I could build that. So that's out to you, Rick Zink. Prayers are with you and your family. Anyway, guys, also Gary from Transition Modeler, Miguel from Devil Dog Games, Sean from the Car Guy channel, the Scale Model Car Guy channel, Ed from Ed's Attention to Details, Cliff from GI Mechanics, John Paul from Dragnut, Rick and Cletus from Heartbeat Garage, Tim from Throttle Power, Monty Davis, also Joe from Mad Genius Productions, James Morris from James Morris Models Custom Shop, Model Shop, Poppy's RCs and Models, Tom Rambler 69, Russell from Russell's Model Cars, Justin from J Hart Model Works, Skip from Skip-O-Matics, Jamie from Jamie G's Game Model Garage, Captain Nemo and Kurt KH Model Works. Shout out to all you guys, RC Duke, everyone else that I haven't mentioned. Shout out to all you guys. I appreciate everything you have done for me. I know this is going on way too long now, 27 minutes nearly. I'm sorry I dragged it out, but that's how I got into modelling anyway, lads. By watching you guys, and because I loved cars, and it was handed down to me through my family. They didn't build models, but they loved cars, and that was passed down through them to me. And I'm actually trying to get my daughter to do it, and she has been shown interest. The cards that had been resent to me from a few of you guys when I lost my cards, but then I refound them, she has these cards on her wardrobe in her room like the way I have mine. This is going to be her first model build. Now I'm going to do the paint, and I'm going to rub a little bit of glue and show her how to hold it before she puts the pieces together. But she's going to build this Aoshima Gorilla 1/12 scale. So when it's done, I'll paint it, the body of it. She wants it either pink or purple. So, yeah. Whatever colour she wants, I'll do it. But I'm trying to get her into it, and she is very acceptable of being interested in doing it. And anyway, so hopefully I can pass her on to her, because I know me boy won't, me uncle won't. He has no interest in cars at all. I don't know if I don't even know if he's mine. That's a joke. Of course he is. Yeah, but he just doesn't. He's not into cars. Computers is his thing. But my daughter, she does love cars and bikes. She used to go on with her granddad out on a drive every Sunday, on a drive on his bike before he passed away. My bike, the BMW K100, that was his first bike, and he had that from brand new 1985 up until only last year, just before he died, when he actually sold it to me for dirt cheap, passed it on to me. Now I have her under a cover down in the car park. The battery's gone dead because I haven't started it. I can jump it, or I can just because you can just clip the side panel off and connect the positive to the positive terminal, or I could just take out the battery and recharge it with the battery charger I have. So yeah, anyway, getting off hand again, I'll let this go. That's how I got into modelling. I know it was a big ramble on that didn't have to happen, but just know, guys, Shamey, all you guys, I appreciate everything you do. Mike, Chris, Charlie, all yous. I named yous all, everyone I can think of off the top of my head. It's just one big family to me, and I appreciate it. Thanks for being my friend online, and all you stay safe. Keith out. Have a good day and have a good weekend. Bye bye.